Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. So in this video, I'm going to be doing a movie review on a movie that just came out 3 days ago in all theaters on February 24th, 2023, and in select theaters came out February 10th, 2023. And the movie is called Cocaine Bear. Cocaine Bear is an hour and 38 minutes long, and it's rated R, and I'm going to tell you the review of it, spoiler free. But Cocaine Bear is based off a true story, and it tells you that like right away in the movie. It's based off a true story, and it tells you like what the actual story is. So I'm actually going to go into a little bit of that. It doesn't like explain it fully, but I'm going to go and explain it in more detail. And what the movie tells you. But basically, the true story is that there are some people in the woods, and they had a bunch of cocaine in them, and they were trying to escape from the police, obviously, because they were drug smugglers, and they didn't want the police to catch them and arrest them. So they ended up dropping the duffel bag of cocaine they had in the woods, and then up in Tennessee, and then a bear happened to sniff it and smell it and thought it was food, and then opened the duffel bag and ended up eating the cocaine, and then it ended up getting high off the cocaine, and then it went like super crazy, and then because it was on so much cocaine, it was like super high, it ended up dying eventually because it's like organs and lungs and everything just failed and collapsed, and then they ended up doing an autopsy on it and found out it ate all the cocaine, and then now it's like they did like a taxidermy statue of it, and now it's like a mall in Kentucky, either where like the case happened, or it's just some mall in Kentucky bought it, and put it from probably like the drugs, like the smoke shop or something like that. I don't know where it is, but I'm sure it probably could be in front of there, or just in the city where like the police report was done. Or maybe that's where the bear died. That could be too. The autopsy was done on the bear. That could be too. But yeah. But the movie was good. Although it was interesting at first, and then some of the scenes were kind of a little fake, I think. Obviously, it's a fake CGI movie with CGI because, but, I mean, some scenes were too faked. I think, like, you could, like, tell they were faked, like, not, like, legit real, because, the bear goes crazy after it's on cocaine in the movie. And basically, it starts out as two people, like boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, or something, were on like a little trip. They were in the woods, in like a park or something like that, and they saw a bear, and the guy looked in the binoculars and saw the bear was doing crazy things, and then the girl ended up like looking in the binoculars and didn't see the bear doing anything crazy, and then the bear ended up coming from them, and started to chase them. And that's basically how it starts. But I mean, the movie is kind of like fake in some parts. Obviously, I mean, obviously it is, but like you can tell it's fake. It's not like, it doesn't look like super legit, realistic. And then it cuts out in and out of each little area because there's like multiple different scenes in there, like with multiple different sets of characters. They each have like their own little story attached to the bear. So there's one little storyline with some people, and then there's like another storyline. There's like 3-4 different storylines. There's 3 main storylines in the movie, but then like the storylines all like connect together for the most part and form one big ending. So, but I'm not really gonna spoil it because I'm not gonna tell you like what happens, stuff like that. But it does keep you on like interested in the movie. But it's not like one of those movies where it's like where you'd watch it like if it's say on like Amazon Prime or Tubi TV or one of those. Amazon Prime has a bunch of free movies. If you have Amazon Prime, which almost everyone does, and Tubi TV has free movies and TV shows. And if it was on maybe if it was free on Tubi TV or Amazon Prime, eventually sometime down the road, you might watch it. You might end up watching it, but it's on It's a Universal movie, so it's gonna be on Peacock. But if it ended up ever coming to Tubi or Amazon Prime, maybe one of those free movies, maybe you would end up watching it, and you'd probably end up watching it, and you'd see it's like a good one-time watch, but I don't think it's anything worth seeing like a second time. And it really doesn't have any famous actors in the movie. The most famous actor in the movie is Jesse Tyler Ferguson, who is known for playing Mitch on Modern Family. Yeah, he is Cam's husband in the show. And that's what I know him from. But he might be in a bunch of other stuff, like other movies, other shows. Maybe not shows per se, but he might be in a bunch of other movies. I'm not for sure, but if it's on one of those free streaming sites like Tubi, like Vudu, I think it's VUDU, and Amazon Prime, on those streaming sites, maybe it's free. Maybe you'd watch it. But I definitely it was definitely worth going to the theater to see it live, because it's more of like the experience seeing it in the theater, where you can like rent it, or you can buy it brand new on a DVD or Blu-ray for like $20 on Amazon, pre-order it, and you can, if you have Peacock streaming service, you can probably watch it with your subscription, or you can because they say on Peacock, like the movies, like during the coronavirus pandemic, the movies were being released at the same time on streaming as they were in the movie theaters, but they were charging like $20-$30 to like watch them, to either own it on digitally or to rent it streaming. People did that, but now they kept the same practice in a lot of these sites. They have like Netflix, Hulu. They have deals with like Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, all these streaming services, or maybe one streaming service or multiple streaming services to like do the movie, like 14 to like 90 days. They give it in the movie theater, depending on how popular it is, and it's going to be and they're saying based at the last Universal Pictures movie, it was 45 days in the movie theater. So, and then before it was on streaming. So based off that, it would take you to about, from the general public release to then. So it could be about that mid of April before it goes on streaming, or it could on Peacock, or it could go, if it's the 90 days, it would be essentially like probably the beginning of probably be kind of late in May, maybe like the very end of May to the beginning of June. It would be on Peacock or in any other streaming services. So, if you or and probably release some DVD in that time frame. So you want to watch it, go in the movie theater and watch it. Definitely go and watch it. But definitely check out the trailer first before you go see it. See if you like it, and go watch it in the movie theater. Or otherwise, if you want to see it, but I mean you don't have to see it like right away in the movie theater, then I just definitely wait. That's in like Peacock streaming. I think that's what I've heard. It's gonna be on Peacock because it's Universal NBC, which Universal is owned by NBC Universal, and then it has and then it'll be on DVD or Blu-ray. So, in Amazon you can order it for like $20. I think it was like $20 pre or brand new pre-release. So, just watch on there if you don't want to go to the theater and don't mind waiting a couple months, for like 3 months to see it. Otherwise, go to the theater. And I give it an 8 out of 10. It was a good one-time watch, and the movie was genuinely kind of funny in some parts. It was kind of funny in some parts because it was really like a comedy thriller. Definitely is funny in some parts of the movie, but it's also parts where it's generally kind of a little scary, or just the bear jumps out at you in unexpected ways. And it's only 98 minutes. But I mean, obviously, it's one of those movies, obviously, where you're not going to, if it was like really stretched out, like some of these movies that they have, like CGI or like short movies are based off like one specific little thing, like this CGI type movie. You know, sometimes if you stretch out too long, it might be like, you know, too drawn out and kind of gets boring after a while. But I think 90 minutes, it's about 90 minutes, 98 minutes of the credits was perfect actually. You know, we didn't make the movie like too long, you know, to where it was like too boring and drawn out. But didn't make it too short, making you want more. It's kind of like the perfect balance. So there we have it for my review of Cocaine Bear. It was a little bit drawn out, but basically my thoughts on Cocaine Bear. And until next time, take care.